All right, here. Welcome to another edition of Recruit Spotlight on Husker Online. Sean Callahan, Steve Sipple, as always. Recruit Spotlight brought to you by Tanner's Sports Bar and Grill, Tavern 180, located 30th and Yankee Hill Road. They're bringing you Recruit Spotlight. They're our proud sponsor of the segment, and we've had a lot of fun doing this. We've been able to talk to some of the top recruits in the country. Pleased to bring in another one of those, the number one ranked running back from the state of California, Nate Frazier, from Modern Day High School. Steve Sipple, the famous Modern Day High School, home of Heisman Trophy winners Bryce Young, Matt Leinart, among others. Who knows? We might be sitting by another future Heisman Trophy winner right here.
Yeah, this guy's so famous. I feel like I should call him Nathaniel, but he said call him Nate.
Yes,
now it really started heating up for you in January. There was one day in January I was reading about you today. There was a day in January when you received 4 offers from major colleges.
Yes, sir.
Alabama, Penn State, Boston College, and Nebraska. What was that day like for you, Nate?
Man, that day was amazing. That day was like something I never thought on happening. It was really a dream come true. I never imaged myself being able to, for something like that to happen to me. Like, I've been so humble and stayed down and stuff like that. So really how that day went early in the morning, Coach EJ hit me up, Coach Omar Hills hit me up, they offered me. And I was like, yes, I have offer from Nebraska. I have my first Big Ten, my foot in the door of a Big Ten offer. So you never know what can happen from there. And then I'll say at the end of the day, I get a text from the Alabama running back coach, Coach G. Hit me when you could. I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right. I call him.
Yeah.
Man, he's sitting there talking to me, talking about, love my film. Next thing you know, he says some words that probably – some words made my heart drop. He said you have an offer from the University of Alabama.
Yeah.
And then that happened. Then so my heart is bumping out of my chest, bumping out of my chest, bumping out of my chest. Just like when I got the offer from Nebraska, my heart was bumping out of my chest, bumping out of my chest, because I never ever thought I would be in this position I am today. So that happened. Then a couple of hour later, I went to go work out.
Yeah.
Went to go get my second workout of the day. Went to go lift. I was getting strength training. And then before I even got before I was able to get in the gym, coach in my Twitter again told me, hit me when you can. I'm like, okay, man. What's going on? I'm like, is all these coaches in the meeting talking to each other to me about at the same time? So I'm like, okay. I call his phone, and he said some great words to me. He said, made my heart drop again. So I'm thinking I'm going to have a heart attack. My heart keeps dropping. It keeps pumping out of my chest, pumping out of my chest. Yeah. He said, I have an offer from Boston College. I'm like, oh, wow, that's my first ACC school. Yep. I'm like, okay, man. Then I'm like, all right. I'm like, okay, all right, man. Like, is this real? I'm thinking I'm dreaming at this point. Like, I'm like, what is going on? Like, what is happening? So then in the middle of my workout, I get a text from Penn State coach Charles Walker, the assistant running back coach. He texts me like, he's like, how do you feel about Penn State? I'm like, man, that's another school. That's RBU. You got guys like Saquon Barkley, guys like Miles Sanders that went out of that school. You got great running backs that came out of that school as well. So he told me hit this line. I'm like, okay, man. All right. I'm like, all right. I'm like Nate. Like, now it's time to wake up. Like, it's time to wake up now. Like, you're not woke right now, man. I'm like, it's time to wake up now. So then he called my phone and he told me he got an offer as well, man. So that day was amazing, man. That day was like, I wouldn't even say that day was a dream come true, because I never thought that would happen to me, you know. But it looked like I was living a dream. Literally.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
And you just within a day or two, you just got Georgia, right?
Yes, sir. I just got Georgia. I would say yesterday.
Yesterday. So since January, how has it gone for you? Are you enjoying the process?
Oh, I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. I'm really grateful for everything that has come my way. I'm blessed. I'm humble. Just stick my head down and keep working. I'll never stop working. I'll never settle down, because at this point, it's not time to settle down. You got to keep pushing forward, because what happens with a lot of recruits and a lot of people is they get the blessings to come and they feel like it's time to settle down and stop working. So I'm going to work 100 times harder, you know. But it's been a blessing since I got the Nebraska offer. My offers just shot up, man, against schools of all conferences, SEC, you know, big SEC schools, big ACC schools all over, you know.
So Nebraska was that your first major offer?
My first like major offer, like Power 5 offer. My first Power 5 offer ever was Arizona State.
Okay.
And that was all the way in 2021.
Oh, way back.
I had my foot in the door with a lot of Pac-12 schools before I got Nebraska. But my first out of Pac-12 school and out of Mountain West school was Tennessee.
Okay.
Yeah, it was Tennessee.
Oh, you got a lot of offers.
Yes, sir.
Well, and we've got you right now on 3 as the number one ranked running back in the state of California.
Yes,
You're
sir.
a very fast riser in the rankings. Describe your style. I mean, what are these teams telling you they like about you? Or are you an all-purpose guy, a between the tackles guy? Describe your running style, Nate.
A lot of coaches, they tell me I'm an every down back because if you previously look at my film from sophomore year, I was originally a slot. And now I really go in the backfield, and I'll play all over the offensive side of the ball and play all over the defensive side of the ball as well, too, if you watch the film. I was a corner. But what they say is you have great quick twitch ability.
Mhm.
You have vision. You have power when you run the ball hard. And they say it's a lot of stuff. And then it just off of you, it's a lot of stuff you can see on the field, but it's good to know a person's personality. And I have a lot of personality. So a lot of coaches bring up my personality in a way like I want to be great and stuff like that, and how I work hard. Like that's a lot of stuff they bring up.
Well, what you just said leads me into a really natural question, Nate. And we're talking to Nate Frazier, the top-ranked running back in California. Football, Nate, is a brutally tough sport.
Yes, sir.
What attracts you to it? What are those elements? Why you obviously love what you're doing. I can tell. Why is that?
I love football. From the day where I was young, I feel like I really, really got motivated by my uncle.
Okay.
His name is Wally Hamilton. He played football at the high school Centennial in Compton.
Okay.
Centennial Apaches. So I go to the games every Friday night, and I go watch my uncle play. And when I watched my uncle play, it just motivated me to a different level. Like I was like, I wanted to do what my uncle did, but at the age I wasn't really serious about it. So when I started growing more, I just fell in love with the game. It was just something about it. Like it was just like it took when I was younger, I was just playing it because I would have fun with it.
Mhm.
But as I grew up, it took my mind away from all the things that was going on outside of the football
Sure.
world. So when I was on the football field, it was
Yep.
just straight football.
Yep.
I was locked in on football, and I
Yep.
was focused on football, and everything else I was outside of football, I wasn't worried about it while I'm on the football field.
That makes
So
sense.
it's just football. It takes you to a whole different paradise. So that's why I love playing the game, and I just love the game. I
That's
love
beautiful.
the passion. I love everything that comes with it. I love the pain. I love the tears. I love the blood. I love everything, man.
You're a football player.
Yes, sir, man. And it's
Yeah.
just
It's hard not to like this guy.
Yeah. Yeah, you're a
Yes, sir.
football player for sure.
As we continue our conversation with Nate Frazier, Recruit Spotlight, brought to you by Tanner's Sports Bar and Grill, Tavern 180. And Nate, you got some of that Nebraska meat at
Yes,
Tavern
sir.
180.
Yes,
How'd
sir.
that Nebraska steak treat
What was
you?
that steak called?
God.
Wagyu?
You got a Wagyu over there.
Okay.
The Wagyu steak. That was my first time ever actually trying it. I've seen it a lot of times on YouTube and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, it's an expensive steak, but how does it taste? So actually when we was there, I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it medium well. I don't like my meat having
You went with Trey Palmer route.
Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
I don't like my meat having pink in it at all. I just
Really?
feel like, nah, I just don't like that because I see little videos a lot of times when the meat is moving, like when the meat is moving because of
Don't eat that.
because it's something called the muscle, like it's the muscle mass or something like that. Muscle memory. It's the muscle memory.
Yeah.
And then the meat still warm.
No, don't do
I
that.
need my meat fully cooked, man. I don't need none of that happening while I'm eating that meat, man.
Sean, I got to ask him.
Let's talk about Nebraska.
No, I got to ask
Yes,
one
sir.
thing.
One more thing.
About modern day. What's it like playing with the number one tackle in the country?
Oh man, you talking about my dude Brandon Baker?
Yeah,
My
Brandon
dog.
Baker.
I know when I gotta run play to his side. I know I'm gonna have an open hole. That's what it's like playing with the number one offensive tackle in the country, man. That's my guy. We built a strong relationship since I've been there. You know, I find myself being real close to him. We communicate a lot. We got a couple of classes with each other. So yeah, we real tight. We're real tight. I know I can trust him if I'm finna have a zone left or he's finna pull to my side, and I know I can trust him when he's finna make a block. So yeah, that's my guy.
Well, let's talk about your trip here. I mean, what did this visit do? I mean, did Nebraska open your eyes at all? I mean, are they on your radar now after spending a day around the program?
Oh yes, sir. I'm gonna be honest with the Husker fans, man. When I first came out here, I was like, okay, Nebraska, Cornhuskers, cornfields. It's gonna be cornfields everywhere. I'm like, but nah, as I came, don't be mad, don't kill me, don't
not.
dislike me, Husker fans.
Keep
But
following them, right?
that's that's what I thought. But as I came, I wouldn't say that's what I actually thought because I did my research. You know, I did my research on Nebraska, like. My position is basically guys like Lawrence Phillips. Like that's my it's a couple of more running backs. I like Lawrence Phillips the most.
Okay.
But I seen like the view, the city area, the stadium and stuff like that. So I'm like, it's not just all cornfields and stuff like that. But as far as Nebraska, man, it's totally it exceeded my expectations to a limit that I don't know, because it's like it's crazy. It's just everything out here is just what I like. The fan base is crazy. Everything is amazing out here. It's like the coaches, the new coaching staff that they have, like everything was like it just felt really good to be out here and finally be able to get out here to Nebraska. You know, and everything people was telling me about it is exactly what it is. This is exactly what it is.
Matt Rule. What were your impressions of Matt Rule?
Oh yeah, he's a great coach. He's a great coach. I love the speech talk he gave us early. He is a great coach. He gave us some wise words that can you can use for motivation. He gave us words that can change your life. You know how you get speech talks from certain people. He gave you words that can change your life, and that meant a lot to me.
Now, you told Chad Simmons lately of On 3 that 4 schools have been standing out. Now, I don't know if it's still the case, but according to Chad, it was Nebraska, Oregon, Tennessee, and Washington.
Yes, sir.
Is that
those schools still stand out? It's more schools though, but those are schools that stand out as well too, Coach.
So what's the process? I mean, where are you in the process, and what's got to happen down the line here?
Really, I just have to take school visits to more schools that I really love, just like Nebraska. I love Nebraska as well, so that's really what it is. It's going to take me to take visits, see what my parents think about these schools as well. See how they feel, because their opinion matters. Their opinion matters in this recruiting process. What they think is what I think. They have their best interest in me, so their opinion matters. Really just getting into detail, searching up the history about the schools and stuff like that, see the stuff like what I want to major in, if they are real good in what I want to major in and stuff like that. And I can say, man, Nebraska, man, you got 395 what was it, award winners,
academic All-Americans.
Academic All-Americans, man. I'm trying to graduate. That's the plan. I'm not going, I'm going to the league.
You won't leave Lincoln without graduating.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I graduate. Yes, sir. And that's the thing that really stood out to me. Like, it was like, if you don't graduate from Nebraska, it's like you literally put 0 effort in. You just didn't try. You tried to fail. You know. So yeah, that was really
That's you're basically right about that.
Yes, sir.
And your family came. Your dad TJ's here. Your mom Amisha's here. What they think of the trip, just having them here with you?
I really haven't talked to them about it yet. I know what they're thinking. I kind of have an idea what they're thinking, but they probably want to have a sit down in a room and talk to me about it, what they feel. I ask little certain questions of how they feeling about it and stuff like that. But they really haven't gone to details with it about how they feel about the trip. I know my mom like it because she's the education part. So when she's seen 395 academic All-Americans, she's like, yes, I love it. I like it. She said that is me. I love it. I like it. You know, like that. She said she liked Coach Matt Rule as well. As far as my pops, I got to hear more from him. He's a more strict guy, so he gonna get into the.
Your dad knows that. He knows that running back history though, doesn't
he knows it a lot. He taught me. He taught me. As soon as I said I got a Nebraska offer, he told me history about it. I'm like, who are these guys? And then when he told me about these guys, I'm like, okay, I went to go watch film. I like.
Well, your favorite Your favorite's Lawrence Phillips. He's either the best or the second best ever player. Mike Rozier, your dad would know that name. Mike Rozier might be the best, but Lawrence, it's a debate.
Well, Lawrence is an LA guy.
Yeah, Lawrence is an LA guy. That's right.
We talked about other LA
Rest
guys.
in peace, Lawrence. But
yes, sir. It's something about Cali talent, man. LA talent is just different, you know?
I got you.
Well, this has been a lot of fun, Nate. We really enjoyed the chance to get a chance to talk to you on this interview and look forward to just getting a chance to spend time and get to know you here in Lincoln.
Sir. Thank you for you guys' time. I appreciate it.
Oh, we really appreciate it, Nate.
All right. Thanks again to Nate Frazier, modern day California, #1 ranked running back in California. Special guest here on Recruit Spotlight. Recruit Spotlight, again, brought to you by Tanner Sports Bar and Grill, Tavern 180, 30th and Yankee Hill Road. For Steve Sipple, I'm Sean Callahan here on another edition of Recruit Spotlight.
Go Big Red, baby.